we go again. Live from Solon Park Fire Department, Station number 2. The 343 commitment and still counting. 110 floors for Battalion Chief William McGovern. Training him 110 to the top of the towers. Finishing his footsteps from the 30th floor of the North Tower. Last place he was seen. Taking him all the way up to the top. So, first of 2 climbs for this shift, today and tomorrow. In the 343 commitment, it's still counting. This climb is dedicated to Bill McGovern's mother, Julia, his wife, Mary, son, John, daughter, Katie, and his siblings. So now, we're just about to go vertical. This is the 208th climb of the initial 343 so far. Moving towards that 9th milestone of 225 carried to the top. And right now this is for Battalion Chief William Bill McGovern. So a little bit of history of Bill McGovern. Before he joined the FDNY, he went to a little bit of college, joined the Army, and in 1972 to 1974, he was in the Army in the Vietnam era. After that, received a honorable discharge, and in 1978 was appointed to the FDNY. 1978, started as a firefighter, progressed to lieutenant, a captain, I believe in 1990, was a captain on 115 in Queens, and then he transferred to a battalion chief. In 1998, he was promoted to BC. And said he went to Manhattan on Battalion 2 in 2000. And on 9/11/2001, he responded to the World Trade Centers, where he was last seen on the North Tower, 30th floor. So I'm going to carry him from that 30th floor, once I get there, to the 110th floor. As I said before, for his mother Julia, for his wife Mary, his son John, and daughter Katie. It was said that Bill McGovern, Battalion Chief, FDNY, when he walked in a room, he would light it up. Everyone would be happy. He was in charge of bringing everyone together. He took care of his family, and he would be very active with his kids, from basketball to baseball to gymnastics to his love of boating and reading and music. Overall, took care of his family as best as he could, took care of his kids, and his hours that he worked were able to actually allow him to be there for his family. So this climb is with honor and respect given for not only the sacrifice made on 9/11, but his service to our country when he was in the military during the Vietnam era from 1972 to 1974, where he received an honorable discharge. In 1988, while he was working as a firefighter in the Bedford-Stuyvesant area of Brooklyn, I believe it was January, he responded to a fire to which he and another firefighter made a rescue on 2 young children. Made contact with them. A 7-year-old young boy wasn't breathing. Resuscitated the young boy, and during the news it said that firefighter McGovern at the time had said that it was the second chance that he was able to give the young boy, and then he saw him come back once he was working on him, and it was the best thing ever in his career at the time. So we cannot forget the sacrifice that was made on 9/11/2001 for our brother, Battalion Chief Bill McGovern, who responded to the worst terrorist attack on U.S. soil as part of the greatest rescue effort in United States history. As I said before, the last place he was seen was the 30th floor of the North Tower in the rescue effort. He was assigned to Battalion 2 as Battalion Chief. Battalion 2 is there in Manhattan, housed with Engine 55 as Manhattan's Little Italy. He was just a little ways away from the trade centers, towers. So now, 8 minutes into this climb, now we begin to carry his footsteps all the way to the 110th floor from the 30th. Got there already, and now it's gonna continue carrying him to the top. For Battalion Chief William McGovern. He was a husband, a father, a son, a brother, our brother, and a friend. We cannot forget our brother's legacies that were left behind. His story, unlike all the rest of the initial 343 and those still counting, which will follow with their own memorial stair climbs. Those who worked the pile for hours, days, weeks, months, until it was complete. That the recovery effort was as far as it could go. We will not forget the sacrifices made. Battalion 2 is ascending for Battalion Chief William Bill McGovern. Our brother of Irish descent had several siblings. His mother Julia married to Mary, and his daughter and son Katie and John. This climb is dedicated to the FDNY, off and on the line, Little Italy, Battalion 2, to 115 where he was a captain. Carried him up till we reached the top. For honor and respect given, we're going vertical. For Battalion Chief William McGovern. One thing I was reading is that his family, his wife Mary, actually donated a memorial t-shirt for Battalion Chief William McGovern, Bill McGovern, to the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. On the back, it has a helmet with the 2 for Battalion 2. And his previous assignments from Brooklyn to Queens to Manhattan. From when he was a firefighter, lieutenant, captain, and battalion chief. So this is the 343 commitment and still counting. 110 floors for Battalion Chief Bill McGovern. They're in Manhattan, housed with Engine 55. Little Italy is ascending to the 110th floor. We're already past the 30th floor, which he was seen working on 9/11 on the North Tower. And right now we're carrying him, finishing his footsteps to the top of the tower, to the 110th floor. For his wife Mary, for his daughter Katie, and his son John. Bill McGovern, our battalion chief, who we're talking about right now, was heavily involved in his children's school. He used to take his daughter Katie to her swim meets and gymnastics, and I believe it even said dance. It said that Battalion Chief McGovern loved to go boating, he loved music, he loved reading, and he loved sports. Again, it said that when he walked into a room, he was bigger than life. He lit up the room. And this is for him to always be remembered, to never be forgotten. For Battalion Chief Bill McGovern, a brother with Irish descent, with several siblings left behind. His mother Julia and his family, wife Mary, and kids John and Katie. We will not forget. We will always remember. Just the way it is. This electronic record is a story and the legacy of our brother, who was responding to the worst terrorist attack on U.S. soil and the greatest rescue effort in United States history, where upwards of 25,000 were saved. Because of the bravery and the heroism that is shown by our brothers before on 9/11 and those after in the recovery effort, those the end still counting. They will have their own climbs on completion of the initial 343. Right now, this is for Battalion Chief William McGovern. Mask is starting to fog up a little bit more. A little bit of condensation. And we're still climbing. Pushing them all the way to the top. Gonna hit the over halfway mark in just a little bit. The 208th climb of 343. Down to 135 left. Little by little, we're getting lower and lower till we get below 100 and to the finish line of the initial commitment. For Battalion Chief William McGovern, right here. This is his climb. For his wife Mary, his son John, daughter Katie, his mom Julia, and his siblings. We will not forget. We will always remember. This is the 343 commitment and still counting. 110 floors coming to you live from Solon Park, New Mexico. Station number 2 in the gym on the stair climber. Our brother is being carried to the 110th floor for his service, not only to the citizens of New York for over 20 years, but also to his country and his service in the Army during the Vietnam War area from 1972 to 1974, before he joined the FDNY in 1978. Taking him up with honor and respect. Going to the top. We're officially over the halfway mark on this 110 floors. We'll get there right now after the finishing the backside of this 5th vertical of 7. Taking them up with honor and respect. As I said before, our brother, 49 years old at the time, over 20-year career in the FDNY, where he went from firefighter lieutenant to captain to his final position of Battalion Chief on Battalion 2. And right now we're carrying him to the top. Backside of the 5th vertical. Going north. Ascending. Battalion 2. Alright, so now we made the over halfway point in this stair climb, to where I'm literally just climbing stairs while I'm sharing their story. So now, 2 more verticals for Battalion Chief William McGovern. There in Manhattan. Battalion 2 housed with Engine 55, Little Italy. He's just a little ways away on 9/11. Was in the North Tower on the 30th floor. Was the last place he was seen. Part of the greatest rescue effort in United States history. We will never forget the sacrifices, the heroism, the bravery that was shown. Going to That's second to last vertical. Pushing him up. As the 208th brother. Going up. 135. Left to carry. Taking him up. As we speak. Second to last vertical. For Battalion Chief William McGovern. Lovingly known as Bill, who went as a firefighter in 1988 in the Bed-Stuy of Brooklyn. Went to a fire where he and another firefighter rescued 2 children. One, a young boy, found not breathing. Took him out, both the kids, for safety. Resuscitated the young 7-year-old boy, and later in a news story said he was doing everything he could to give him a second chance. He also said he saw him come back when he was resuscitating him. And lastly, he said that was the greatest thing in his career. Pushing him up, giving honor and respect as we go vertical. For Battalion Chief, Battalion 2, Bill McGovern. Coming up on the last vertical shortly of this 110 floors Memorial Stair Climb for Battalion Chief William McGovern. Today and tomorrow, another hero will ascend. Today, as for Battalion Chief William McGovern. For his wife Mary, his son John, daughter Katie, mother Julia, and his siblings. To the FDNY, off and on the line. And lastly, to our country, which we have to make sure we do this to never forget. We climb to finish their footsteps, to always remember to keep their stories alive. But right now, one more vertical, and this 110 floors will soon be done. This is the story of Battalion Chief William McGovern, a brother of Irish descent. Several siblings, his mother Julia, his wife Mary, son John, and daughter Katie, who was a swimmer, who her father Bill McGovern, Battalion Chief, would take her to her swim meets, was a school parent, and a loving family member who brought everyone together. It was said that when he walked into a room, it lit up because of him walking in. Now we're going to the 101st floor to finish this last vertical out for Battalion Chief Bill McGovern, Battalion 2, along with Engine 55 in Little Italy, carrying him up, ascending to the 110th floor, finishing his footsteps from where he was last seen, conducting rescue on the 30th floor of the North Tower. Going there now with honor and respect for the sacrifices made and those to serve his country during the Vietnam War era, 1972 to 1974, where he received an honorable discharge, and in 1978 was appointed to the FDNY. So now, as promised, we're at the 101st floor. See if I can get the mask to cooperate just a tiny bit real quick. For Battalion Chief Bill McGovern, we take these last few floors, carrying him, ascending to the top. Going there for his service to his country, as being a husband and a father, a son, a brother, an uncle, and a friend, along with our brother. One of the initial 343 brothers stair climbs, soon to be followed by the ants still counting, those who work the pile for hours, days, weeks, months, until it was declared complete. We will never forget. Instead, we will always remember. And let's finish it strong. 5 more floors, and we're at the top. For Battalion Chief William McGovern. Going there with honor and respect given for both the sacrifice made on and after the rescue and recovery efforts of 9/11/2001, and those who work the pile with the ants still counting. This 110 floor memorial stair climb is given to our brother, so his family left behind will know that he is remembered and never forgotten, that his legacy, his story will be out there for the world to see as long as it stays a record. And right now, we are just a few steps shy of reaching that top for Battalion Chief William McGovern. And now, we have made it all the way for Battalion Chief William McGovern. Rest easy, Chief. We'll take it from here. Ugh.